Hello. Welcome to, well, it's an Honor and Conquer vlog. I haven't made these in a long time, and blogging is very, very hard for me because I'm not that great of a typer, so I thought I'd just talk it. Haven't done these in a long, long time. I can't remember when the last time it was, but it was a long time ago. I just wanted to quickly make this one just to give an update of what's going on Honor and Conquer, what the future holds, and so on and so forth. But quickly, a big thank you so much for everyone who has bought a t-shirt from the website. I know there's a couple of Kiwis and Australians who have bought the shirts over that way of the world, over that part of the world, via the Print Mighty store, which we have on the website as well. But yeah, quickly, big thank you to people who bought shirts, and everyone who's obviously downloaded the podcast, subscribed to the podcast, and a big thank you to my sponsors as well, About Time, Mark Pro, and RX Smart Gear, and CrossFit Magnus as well, who has graciously let Megan and I work out there. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, so what's going on with Honor and Conquer? So we just finished episode 42, soon to be 43. Next week we've got, actually I won't say who it is. I know who it is, but you guys don't have to. But we're going to come up with episode 43. We just finished our t-shirt giveaway, who the winner of that one was Timothy Mercer. So that was really cool. So going forth with Honor and Conquer in general, we do have a plan, and I'll let you in on that plan. I'm telling everyone, so why not tell you guys, right? The plan is to travel with the podcast. I want to go to LA, I want to go over to the California way and go back to Pittsburgh, do a couple more podcasts over there. And ideally, there's a few more ideas that I want to do for episode 100. I know we're only at 42, but episode 100 is a pretty big deal for me. Big reason is because I know I'm going to get to 100, but I want to do something big for it. So I'm trying to formulate a plan around that. And it's funny because I just looked at the list of how many people have actually been on the podcast. You know, even though I've got 42 episodes, you know, there hasn't been 42 guests. But just looking back through what we've done here, and you know, the amount of outreach that we've done here, it's pretty sweet. And I can't believe that we started the podcast with an iPad that was given to me by my father-in-law. He didn't want it anymore, and he gave it to me. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll have it. And you know, I instantly thought it would be cool to just play video games on it, because that's honestly what I thought. I was like, yeah, this is a cool idea to have just video games on this iPad, and I'll just use it. But that was, I guess it was in the stars to be used for something a little bit more better than what it was. So yeah, so when we started the podcast, for those of you who don't know, we started with an iPad. We just used a built-in microphone on the iPad. I downloaded an audio recorder on the App Store, yeah, and just decided to do a podcast. This originally started as well, Honor and Conquer in general. It started as an apparel company. I basically just wanted to do that, and then once funds ran dry, I don't have investors. This is all me, so I was putting all my money into it, all my wife's money into it, and then realized that once we ran out of apparel to sell, we didn't know what to do. So I've always wanted to start a podcast, always wanted to do it since I heard my first podcast, which was actually the Ricky Gervais podcast. His episodes were like 30 or 40 minutes long. I thought it was such a great idea. And then Joe Rogan came out with his podcast and said, you should just do a podcast. He didn't tell me this specifically, but the way he used his outlet, his podcast was more of a reflection of himself, things that he likes, things that he believes in, things that he finds passionate. So, you know, I've always wanted to do it since, 2008 or something like that. And then years went by, and then come into 2014. Holy fuck. 2014, the idea formulated about doing a podcast. And then it took me until May 2015 to actually put it together and be like, you know what, fuck it, we'll record it, we'll put it out to the world, and if it's awesome, it's awesome, if it's not, it's not. I personally did not give a shit about I did not give a shit in terms of I didn't care if the audio was bad, I didn't care if, you know, things were off a little bit. It was more of a reflection of myself and the things I believe in, and Honor and Conquer as a company and as a business as well. And then now we're sitting at 43, well, almost 43 episodes, and I can't believe that we've come this far. We've started with an iPad, and we've got a couple of microphones, couple cables, leads, boom mics, all that kind of stuff, and now we're here. We're here in Portland doing what we enjoy doing, and it's talking to people, creating more connections, and making more friends, you know. So we just finished our CrossFit tour. So I've had a lot of people ask me why do I want to do a CrossFit tour? And my simple reply is, why the fuck not? I think it's a great idea to do some grassroots marketing as a business standpoint. Getting out to the community, getting to know their gym's community, getting to know their members, making more friends, and doing a little bit of outreach. And for me as a person, as a human being, I wanted to make more friends here in Portland. Although I'm a 245-pound man, a lot of people have expectations about what I can do, and what you know, when you meet someone for the first time, you have that 30-second, you know, snapshot of what you think that they could be. So I kind of wanted to just dismiss that idea. I wanted to go in, be me, you know, not be a meathead. I'm just this guy who grew up in a small town in New Zealand, and I don't give a fuck about, you know, any of that bullshit. I just want to make friends and connections and broaden my community. So I did 5 days of CrossFit back to back. On the 4th day I got terribly sick. My body broke down. The thing that I didn't take into account doing that every day was the workouts will have a good tendency to be the same. I ended up doing a couple hundred burpees, a couple hundred clean and jerks at one point, and you know, it's I didn't take that into account. My body was just wrecked. Come the 5th day, I woke up and I said, you know what, fuck this, I can't do it. I'm sick, I'm about to push myself to go to the gym, and that's not the point of why I started this. So had to take 1 day off. You know, now we're in the new week. We're almost at the end of this week, and fuck, it was, you know, the feedback that we got from it was just amazing. We've obviously, from a business standpoint, we made more sales than we have in a while. But most of all, we've gained some more people that follow us. And when I say us, even though I run, well, all of it, it's a joint team. So the reason for having my ambassadors is because I actually wanted to bounce ideas off my ambassadors. I wanted to create a community. I wanted to create a hub that will be giving me feedback, giving me design ideas, and just giving me a glimpse into their life. So there is a strategic reason why I wanted my ambassadors for who they are and where they are. My wife, you've heard her on the podcast multiple times if you're watching this. She is my idea filter. If I have an idea, I'll run it past my wife. If it's a good idea, if it's good. If it's not, well, I'll scrap it. So when I say we, I'm talking about everyone. I remember a couple blogs ago, or a couple of years ago now, I said that I want the company to be as transparent as possible, and I still want that to be the case. I want everyone to know where I am, to know what kind of playing field that we are on, and I just want people to know that even though this is a business, I want everyone to be involved. And I'll be honest with everyone. I'll be as honest as I can about, well, yeah, I'm pretty honest as much as I can anyway right now. But in terms of the business, but Honor and Conquer is just it's an idea, it's a thought process, it is some sort of a lifestyle as well, and it's actually a kind of a reflection of myself, and a reflection of my ideas and my thought processes, and we've come a long way. So the future of Honor and Conquer, we want to travel with it, where we've started and where we've become and what we've become and how far we've become, so yeah, I guess that's it. If you have any other questions or anything, please reach out to me at honorandconquer@gmail.com or via the website. Via the website, just go to the bottom of the page, hit that contact button, and I will contact you as promptly as possible. What else? Buy the shirts, $24.99 for t-shirts, $39.99 for the snapback hats, and $59.99 for the hoodies. I think that's how much they are. Yeah, so buy the apparel. Our ambassadors have product codes, so you can get 20% off, which is pretty sweet. So find our ambassadors, get to know them, ask for the promo codes, buy a shirt, support us, support what we believe in, and the podcast. Download our podcast on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Subscribe, rate and review the show, which will be much appreciated. And what else? Yeah, become a fan, please. I just want as many people as I want a big community for Honor and Conquer. Not because of selfish reasons, because I want to know more people around the world. It buzzes me out every time I look on the metrics and to see where people are downloading the show, where people are streaming the show. People like Europe and Denmark and people, Brazil, people who don't even probably speak that great of English want to give a shit and download this podcast and listen to us. So it's pretty buzzy how far we've come. So yeah, do all those things, and thank you to our sponsors, About Time, Mark Pro, and RX Smart Gear, Iron CrossFit Magnus. Okay, goodbye.